Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to another episode of the Life After Podcast. My name is Juan. Welcome to my humble abode. This is my bedroom. As you guys can see, I'm in here chilling at the moment. And let's talk. Let's talk about it real quick. The topic for today is realizing that you need to be happy. The topic for today is realizing that we need to be happy. Okay? That's hard to admit to oneself. It's hard to even grasp the idea that we want to be happy. It's hard to even imagine making it out the suffering. It's hard to imagine that when you're going through things. So, accepting is a very big part of life. And we don't just need to accept the bad. We need to accept the good. Because without the good, we have nothing. I swear to you, we have nothing. And, we all sit here and we say, yeah, we have to accept the bad. And we have to get comfortable with it. And we have to marinate in it so we can change and whatnot. You don't have to marinate in no badness. You don't have to marinate in nothing to change. You just got to make the decision to change. And when, you're in a situation where life is beating you down, every turn you take, it gets hectic after a while. It gets very hectic, very difficult, very just upsetting, because it's like, damn, I've been doing so much and trying so hard to do things right, and nothing seems to work out. So what do we do then? Usually a lot of us will sit there and be like, well, it is what it is, bro. Can't do much else, right? And then the rest of us are like, what do you mean it is what it is? You can't do much else. We're like, bro, that's crazy. There's always something else that we can do or whatever, you feel me? There's those of us who know that it's not just that, you feel me? There's more to it. It's not just that it is what it is. No, it's never just it is what it is. Because things are happening for a reason around you. There's a reason you are going through what you're going through. You feel me? No, I'm not saying you're the worst person on earth. But what I'm saying is, you're not the best person on earth either. You know? And for me to sit here and tell you guys this, it's really hard for me. Because God knows that I'm not the best person right now. Okay? And for me to sit here and say that it's such a contradicting line that I even have a problem saying it because it is. But if you don't sit there and feel like you deserve happiness, and you wallow away, and you sit and marinate and burn, you start to fully understand why it is that you're marinating, why it is that you're burning, why it is that you have to go through such things, right? And it is to be happy on the other side, to come out a better person, to come out a beautiful butterfly with wings instead of just a poor, sad caterpillar that never decided to make its shell. So it's hard, bro. It's very hard, guys. Like, I had, now I only speak from my experiences. I don't speak from no one else's. So just keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind that everything comes from my, how do you say, my experience view window thing, I guess, from my window of life, right? And, I can sit here and say so many things. I can sit here and say that, oh, yeah, some of us just gotta suffer. Some of us just gotta go through things, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. In all reality, I'll be super honest with you guys. In all reality, the only reason why we suffer so much is because we can't understand what happiness really is at the beginning of everything, you know? And a lot of people are going to sit here and fight me on this. A lot of people are going to sit here and fight me on this, saying that, no, you're wrong. You know, you're wrong. You're wrong on everything. You're basically, it's not everything, but they're going to tell me, hey, you're wrong on that because, you know, you could be the best person and not have to, not have to change and bad things happen. Listen, you could be the best person on earth. You can be more than God. You feel me? As a matter of fact, you could be God and it still go wrong. Because as we know it, God He wrote our destiny. He wrote what's going to happen in our lives. Right? God did that. Not Lucifer, not any one of those other demons, not a fallen angel, not nobody like that. That was God. Right? He wrote our destiny. So I know that a lot of us sit here thinking, yo, this is so bad. This is so bad. I'm doing so much. When am I going to be happy? When am I going to get there? When am I going to finally reach the happy goal? My friend, you are not. You are not gonna, be able to make it far if you don't understand that you need to be happy. Because look at my situation. I have sickle cell. And every relationship that I've been in for the last 20 years of my life, let's say that. Let's say for the last 18 years of my life. Yeah. For the last 18 years of my life, I've been in and out of relationships. I've been a stepfather. I've been everything pretty much, except for the cheater. And it's to the point to where, you start to look for things to see if you're doing things wrong, right? So what's the definition of insanity? Is doing the same thing over and over and over and getting the same outcome, expecting a different outcome. When you get to that point, you have to grasp that you have to let go and release, right? But you also have to understand that you have to acknowledge that it's not all their fault. It's your fault too. And if you can't acknowledge that it is your fault as well, then how are you supposed to change? How are you supposed to sit here and make a fight for the better, a fight for the difference, for your difference? Because at the end of the day, a person who gives you any time is better than someone who gave you a little bit of time with hate. Think about that. I sit here and I give you guys advice, but I am going through the most shit ever. And since this is a podcast, you feel me? I get to sit on here and talk about it and wallow and But realistically speaking, I know that I'm gonna be okay. I know that I'm gonna be okay. Why do I say that I'm gonna be okay? One, this whole time that I've been going through this uphill battle with myself and with the person I love, it's been really insightful, and also it's been really eye-opening and sobering, because when you spend so much time under someone's armpit, they can do wrong and you think that they're wrong for doing wrong, or you think that they're doing wrong and they're not doing wrong, and all they're doing is just giving you space. But because you're so stuck on your ways and stuck in your bad habits and stuck in your memories, you don't see that. You see the worst. And sometimes it's not you, it's God. I'm gonna come back to that. Sometimes it's not you, it's God. Just give me a second. So you guys know what I'm doing. We're cloud watching at this moment. We're gonna partake real quick. Um, See you guys in 2-3 seconds. I'm back. I'm here. Like I was saying. Like I was saying, y'all. Like I was saying, if you can't realize that, you know, there's a lot of things at play. And I mean a lot of things. And I'm talking about there's a lot of things at play, y'all. When you're trying to understand that you deserve happiness. You deserve happiness. There's a lot of things at play. First off, if you're in a relationship, you have to speak with the person that you're in the relationship with to figure out if you guys need to be together to be happy, or you guys deserve happiness together, or if you deserve happiness apart. And it's hard to even comprehend that you have to be happy without someone, because at the end it's just like, oh my god, it's the most heinous thing ever. Because a lot of times we sit here and we take apart everyone around us. We take apart everybody around us. And we don't, you know, we don't look at ourselves. And by the time you do look at yourself, it's too late. It's way too late. The person has already moved on. They're hurt. They're feeling terrible. They're feeling like, you don't care. And in all reality, that's all you care about is them and those feelings that you have. And you're trying so hard that you forget that happiness exists. And so, boom, there you go. You end up in this whole well of just sad, depression, sorrow, anger, whichever one it is. You sit there and you wallow in it. And you don't take a step back to understand that maybe whatever I'm going through is pushing that person or people, family, whoever it is, away. And so that's creating more issues in that well, you know? So now for you to even think that you deserve to be happy is so far out of reach that it seems like it's a dream for the next lifetime. And that's not true, because you deserve happiness, man. Or woman, a lot of women too. Just as guys sit here and we, act like we can do everything and we have to do everything, and don't take responsibilities for our emotions and whatnot like we should. There's a lot of women who are just like us, who are closed off emotionally, and they give everything, think that is fine because they gave everything, but emotionally they're closed off, and they don't know that by being emotionally closed off, you're genuinely lying to your partner, You're genuinely lying to your partner, and your partner is just like, dude, I see that you're hiding your true self, and I'm giving you my all, and I'm not getting that back. And so when they see that, they lose their road to happiness. If you guys understand what I'm saying, because the road to happiness is not just a path of one when there's two people involved, And unfortunately, it sucks. It sucks big time, because by the time that we all both are ready to sit at that table to come to an understanding to make each other happy, one's already getting up and leaving while the other one is already trying to figure out how to sit down. Let me rephrase that. The table is happiness, okay? Understanding and changing, right? That's the table. Happiness, understanding, and changing, okay? So we're going to change the word understanding for acknowledgement. For acknowledge, I guess, not acknowledgement. So the table is a round table of happiness, understanding, which is acknowledgement, you see, it's understanding, happiness, I don't want to say letting go, because letting go, is part of happiness. Because without letting go, you can't be happy. So, let's say trustfulness. Trustfulness is what we're going to say. At this round table of happiness, acknowledgement, and truthfulness, when there's two people, right, and one person or two people are trying to figure that out, one person will always lag. Meaning that when someone is getting ready to, pick up their forks and knives to dig in at that table, someone's trying to figure out what to pick up to put on their plate. They're still in line. They're still in line at the food line. You feel me? They're not at that table yet. So guess what? By the time you're done eating and they're ready to sit down, you're getting up and they're sitting down. Or vice versa. And it's just like, damn. Did I not mean nothing to that person? And then, that table completely shatters. So now both parties are now in the situation to where no one can be happy. Because the table is shattered. One, because there's no communication. There's no nothing. Two, everyone is just in their own little bubble. And three, everyone is different. And we all have to accept that. We were not born at the same time. Everyone was born at a different time, different day, different hour, different everything. The only thing that was realistic is that we all came from a mom, from a mother. And if you was born through a tube or something, guess what? You still came from a human, because you can't produce something from nothing. So it's just like, fuck. How far do you have to go in understanding to accept that you have to love yourself to love someone else, but you also have to love someone else as much as you love yourself to be happy, right? Which means that you have to do everything that you would do for yourself for them. And once you realize that, that's when the door for happiness appears. Because for right now, all you had was trust, communication, acknowledgement, all the other ones except for happiness, right? And once you get to that door, everything hits you all at once. Oh, I don't deserve happiness because A, B, and C. Oh, whatever this is or whatever that is. And every situation makes you feel like you're the worst person on earth and you just don't want to be here. In all reality, you deserve to be here. because you are something great, and that's every person that's on this planet. Now that you end up in a bad situation and you do bad decisions and you go downhill from there, that's everybody. Again, everybody has the same cards. We just all play them a different way. So, if we all have the same cards and we play them a different way, we all need to take a step back and understand that, maybe myself is what needs to be happy without this person for me to be happy with that person. Or just in general. Maybe I need to step back from me trying to get this manager position at this job, you know what I'm saying? And apply somewhere else because maybe somewhere else is going to, understand more. But if I don't take a step back and check myself, how would I know that it's not going to be the same outcome? And once you get to that point, right, and that door's in front of you and you have all that on you and you understand that you are part of the problem, once you fix whatever you are, it's funny because once you fix whatever the problem is with you, everything else just disappears. And it's insane how it happens. It's like a domino effect, you know? It's like when you fix whatever's wrong within you, everything just aligns and just domino effects. Every bad thing disappears, and it's a very sobering experience. It's like God tells you, hey, listen, I'm gonna take everything away from you until you get it, until you understand, until you get it that you don't need nothing but you and me. And when he says me, he means him, spiritual, belief. You feel me? And it takes a very long time for a man to understand that. Oh yes, and a woman as well. Don't get it twisted because it goes both ways. It takes a very long time and a lot of traumatic experience, or just a very, 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 very well set mind, for someone to understand that they need to change to find happiness. Because once you open that door, which I haven't done yet, y'all, and so I will take you guys with me on that journey, because once I'm opening that door now, and funniest thing ever, I've already cracked it open and I've got my foot halfway in, because I've already started the process of what I wanted to do to be happy and accepting that I have the issue and I am the issue. So I want you guys to come with me on that journey. So yeah, when you get to that point, it's a wild experience. And I would like for everyone that listens to this, or anyone else who doesn't listen to this, if someone listens to it and you see someone going through something, just understand that they haven't gotten to that door, and that's why everything is not aligned with them. And so it's not that people are bad, and not that people have bad intentions. It's just that those doors weren't there for them ever, and so they end up with those other doors opening, and those things happen, right? And so this is where I'm gonna end it. Understand that life will give you everything you want, as long as you're willing to have the ambition and the heart and soul to go get that. Now you just have to have the mind and emotions, which means the heart and mind, to navigate through all that and understand that in life you will have doors that will open and close immediately. And you will also have windows that will always stay open for no reason. Remember, you'll run out of a door before you jump out of a window. Understand that. You'll run out of a door before you jump out of a window. Okay? So those windows that stay open, don't look that way for now. Look at the doors. And I promise you, those doors will lead you to where you need to go. Let's take that step together, y'all. Let's open that door to happiness together. I don't have to, just take a step back because I don't want to, honestly. Once I open this door, it is a done deal. I am going to, I know for a fact that I'm getting what I want and what I need. and what I deserve, because I deserve a lot, and so do you. So let's take that step together. Let's find out, and we'll leave it there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, no, because I'm gonna upload tomorrow. I'll see you guys on Saturday or Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, I really appreciate you guys listening, and I hope that this helps anyone or someone out there who needs to hear some words, because I needed to, and without knowing, those people came to me, and now I want to give that back. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a nice day. I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all. Peace.